All right, hang
Hey,
on.
welcome to SUB-CLE. I'm Jay. I'm the one that matters. Um, Stevie matters too, I guess.
No, I don't.
I
Super
mean, I
special.
matter too. I think a little
I don't
bit.
think so. And our super special guest, Hot Carl Ferrara, a
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say a Cleveland darling, a local ingenue.
Okay. Would you say that?
I just like that word.
Legend.
Legend. Yes. Modest legend, I think, would best describe him.
Nice. So now, yeah, Carl, thank you for stopping down, man.
Oh.
We're going to do this thing and talk about
Thank you.
Actually, we're going to talk about racial injustice.
Oh my God,
and,
I'm leaving.
I think you invited the wrong guest.
No, but yeah, I'd like to. I don't know. I met you a little while ago, and you're in the comedy, and that's what kind of intrigued me. I wanted to have you because I was kind of curious about the whole comedy scene in Cleveland, and I mean, I'm sure it's nothing like L.A. or anything like that.
It's not bad, to
Yeah.
tell you the truth. It's not that bad compared to most cities because I'm trying to think how long I've been doing comedy locally. It's not like I ever left Cuyahoga County. I did a few times, but I mean, on the west side, and there's there is a bunch of amateur nights. Obviously, they're coming back now with all the COVID shit.
Yeah.
But I think compared to most cities, they actually have a decent, but it's all this, the same 15 comedians doing the same jokes,
Right.
including myself, who's been doing the same jokes for 20 years.
But you're fine tuning those jokes. I mean, I would imagine they switch.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it's called. It's just like, it's a cool community though. Everyone's for the most part tight with each other, and it's easy to you just have to talk. Bars they want to do something like that. A bar will do any kind of gig to get people in there on a Tuesday or Wednesday. And, you're going to bring people? Okay,
Sure.
You bring people, we'll pay you $25.
Well, it's like that with anything, like music
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
But, I think it's got a good community,
Yeah. What now? Was there any because what made you want to get into it? Because I mean, was there like a scene at one point and you just wanted to get into it, or in Cleveland? I don't know. I don't know how that.
When I went to college at Kent, I'm trying to think. Ryan Dalton and James Burge. Ryan Dalton's he's a national touring comic. He lives in L.A. now. You haven't heard of him, but I mean, he's a national touring, and he's a good comic.
Yeah.
And they started doing stand-up at Kent State at one of the bars called the Robin Hood.
Oh, I remember
And
that. Yeah.
actually, they Dave Swenson, who's like a comedy coach, he used to be a booker at like Caroline's in New York City. So he would do a comedy workshop that you paid money to. He's not a comedian. He's like a manager agent. So he would tell you, you take this class for like about a month, and then you get to go on stage at the Improv, in front of the improv, audience.
Right.
And so that was like the first time I got on stage. But they tell you the ins and outs of like, try and become a stand-up, like how to get a booker,
Oh, nice.
how to, traveling, contracts, all that kind of stuff. So that was my first taste in comedy. Then I started doing stand-up at Kent and stuff like that on a Monday night. And
Nice.
I was living in Cleveland in Lakewood, and we'd be driving back from Kent on either a Monday or a Sunday night. Maybe it was a Sunday night. And I'm driving back at 6 o'clock in the morning, because we'd be partying our nuts off after the comedy show.
Yeah.
With the ladies at Kent. That's why it's easy to get into. Just kidding. But
my.
that's how I got in. I had a heartbeat.
Yeah. I remember going to Kent probably around that same time. Was that the 90s sometime? Are we dating ourselves here? Or?
When I'm trying to think when they started up. I think it was like the late 90s.
Okay.
Like almost the 2000s they started up. And it was packed, dude. There was like,
Yeah.
Robin Hood would get packed with like, 100 people on a Monday night
Yeah.
or a Sunday night.
I remember going up there on the weekends, because I had buddies going out to Kent State, and we'd go out there. You're like 20-something years old. We were,
yeah.
it's like looking for that's what you do.
Yeah, looking for ladies.
right. And no, I remember what else was out there, like the library.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't
for
that
sure.
another place?
The library.
Robin
Oh God. B-dubs, Rays.
Yeah.
Every bar had a $1 thing on a
Right.
certain night.
Yeah. If not 15 cents, or
Yeah,
something.
nickel drafts, whatever, all that stuff.
Nickel drafts.
No, they had it. Believe me, like 10-cent drafts or shots or whatever.
Yeah.
So every, 300 kids would go to a different bar every night because it'd be cheap and
Right.
But
I mean, you're a college campus. I mean, you have to.
people would ask me when did I go to Kent State? I'm like the 90s. I started in 90. I think I ended in 97. 7 years, shot to hell.
Hey, man, I'm working on.
I had the
like
best
20
time,
seconds.
though. I had the best time of my life. Then I stuck around another 3 years doing stand-up around there and just
Oh, nice.
hitting on chicks that were younger than me. A lot younger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
Nothing
government
changes.
I like how he specifies. He got like a little closer to the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Carl, the creepy uncle. No one wants to invite any.
But disclaimer:
Right anywhere.
over 18, though, right?
Yeah. Legal.
Legal.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too. They were illegal. Legal. Everyone's legal. Hot Carl. It's good to say your name after every shitty joke you say too. Hot Carl.
Yeah,
Legal.
own it.
I noticed that on your.
I wasn't here for that.
I noticed that on your Facebook page. Everything's hot Carl, or hot this, or
Yeah.
hot that, or.
I would do that I was at a comedy roast.
No.
I can't remember if my buddy was turning 30 or 40 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so we're roasting him. And where's that Pickwick and Frolic,
Okay.
So that's the first time I used Hot Carl. Like I would say some shitty joke, and I'm like, "Hi, Carl," and then say another shitty joke, "Hi, Carl," and people started laughing. I'm like, "Oh, I should keep this and just use my own name." And I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm ripping some comedian off by saying my own name after everything.
Right.
And then people just started. I put something up on Facebook. They're like hot barbecue, like hot teenagers, hot.
Oh, Jesus.
Like it caught on.
Yeah.
And then even people when they're like telling a joke or something like that, even on stage they're like, "Hi, Carl,"
yeah.
like they'll say something creepy. I'm like, "Hi, Carl." I'm like, "See,
So wait,
it's catching on. It's catching on, just like now. Feels good off the tongue. Hot. Yeah. Fuck it. Are we allowed to fucking swear?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna tick when I upload this. I'm gonna tick the button that says explicit language.
Ooh. FX on Hulu.
FX.
They swear on FX now?
Oh, do they? I don't know. I don't watch. I
I watch,
like,
because everyone's inside watching TV out the ass now. I
Great.
watch some of the stuff on FX, and they're saying motherfucker and fuck and shit
Really?
like that. I'm like,
I
I'm like,
think-
is it after hours that they
No, I
show
think
these
it's
shows?
unedited for Hulu is what it is.
for what?
Like when
Oh,
it's on
really?
Hulu, it's not edited, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah, they edit them for the broadcast on their little fake cable channel, and when it's on Hulu, it's
Oh, so you're watching it on Hulu then?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I gotcha. So when it's on like regular TV,
So what
Or
do they do?
whatever.
They have to do two
Whatever the fuck that is. I
Two
haven't
sets.
Nice to be.
two different takes. Now say fuck on this take. Fuck.
No, they just nothing. They say nothing. They just
yeah.
kind of blank it out, or give you enough to let you know what they're saying.
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
hate that fucking trick.
You might as well just say it because they're like,
read my lips. Fuck.
On Hulu. Hulu, let her rip.
But like, so now I only do stand up like 4 times a year.
Okay.
But I still do it. I miss my window. Like I should have, when I was doing it in my 20s, I should have. You know what? It's hard doing stand up. It's not hard doing I don't think it's hard doing the material. It's hard getting paid enough to drive out
Yeah.
to Nebraska for $200. That's what's hard.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
hard doing the material. I can
Yeah.
like talk for 3 hours. It's hard getting paid enough to do the material. That's what sucks.
Well,
you know?
it sounds like it's just like being in a band.
Oh
too.
yeah, it's exactly. The same thing.
Yeah, it's like, you're busting your ass. I mean, it's a young man's game, because you have to live like basically on nothing and just
In your car.
yeah, and you're a van, you're sharing it with a bunch of people and whatever, and just it's a grind, man.
I know guys that are still doing the touring the road, and they pretty much live out of their backpack and stuff in their car.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
but yeah, I mean,
And they're in their 40s.
Oh, really?
You mean you hadn't made it yet? You've been doing it for 15 years.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like,
That's right. Everyone thinks you can just do it for 10 years and then get a show out of it.
Right.
I mean, think about it. Was it John? The dad from Don't Be a Menace, and that guy, John. He was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was touring.
Witherspoon?
Yeah, John Witherspoon. He was touring till he died,
yeah.
dude. Like touring in his car.
And he was a comic for 30 years before he was even on Friday
Like
or
he
whatever
was
it was.
touring until he fucking died. Like, yeah, in that
That's
way,
true.
in his fucking car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Staying at whatever shitty hotel. What he learned as he got bigger was to sort of shrink. Because like when you draw like that, you start to get, I guess, an entourage. People who want to come with.
Oh.
Like he figured out years ago that he didn't
Yeah.
have to fly anywhere.
You
He
don't
didn't
need
have to bring anybody with him.
you don't need the Prince entourage. You just,
And he also learned to book his
MC
own fucking
Hammer.
shows.
Right.
That was real big. Like he was, I forget who interviewed him, some local guy. That guy was booking his own shows.
Yeah.
And keeping all the fucking money, because early on there is no money. You know what I mean?
Right.
And later on there may be no money. For a long time, Bobcat Goldthwait's a great example.
So what happened with him? Is he dead? I don't know.
Bobcat?
Yeah.
No,
No,
he's
no.
like a film director.
Yeah, Bobcat's alive, but I mean,
Oh, is he? Okay.
John Witherspoon passed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but think about Bobcat Goldthwait, dude. There was a minute there where there was like a good 15 years where nobody gave a fuck about him. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, he was always doing stand-up, but then he
Yeah.
got into like directing and.
remember he was the voice of that bunny rabbit in that show. I don't know. It was where he married the 16-year-old girl. Anyway, you know what? We're gonna skip that.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait's
I do.
Not from Cleveland, so I'm gonna let it go. I'm like, not a Cleveland guy. I don't care. But yeah, he absolutely married a girl who was like 15 when he met her.
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah, dude. She
Oh,
was
really?
Nikki, what's her face? Nikki. She was married to that one of those Boston comics for a while. I always forget. I
have
can't
no
keep track
idea.
of those Boston guys. There's like 8,000 of them. They all.
I can't keep track of the Cleveland guys. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Jay Moore. She was married to Jay Moore.
Oh, okay.
Nikki
okay.
fucking Cox. Nikki Cox.
Oh, okay.
Who, by the way, I mean, in all fairness, smoke show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude. I met her when she was like 16. Married Bobcat Goldthwait. I guess she really likes him funny. I don't know.
I mean, is he really like that in real life, though?
No.
Is he like that? Is that just
No,
his
I don't
thing?
think so.
That's
I think
just
it's
his
a
thing.
stage persona. But I mean, I've seen him live.
Yeah.
A
It's
bunch
not
of
even his
times.
current stage persona. Yeah, like
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't do that persona anymore, but he's still really funny. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did like a Q&A after the show.
Okay.
And I think I asked him, I got to ask a question. I think I asked him, God, what's the name of the movie? Like when he was Shakes the Clown. I go, you going to do a Shakes the Clown too? He goes, good question, but no, I'm not going to do it. Do you remember that movie, Shakes the Clown?
I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like a cult.
No,
classic kind
like
of
I said,
thing.
I've heard it. I'm one of those guys where I think I saw, well, now it's probably been about 8 years ago, but that's about when I saw Blade Runner, and I like sci-fi stuff, and I talked to all my friends, and what, you didn't see Blade Runner, because I really
Which
didn't.
one? The first one?
The first one, like the
That
absolute
came out in like, what, 80?
70s or something, right, or something. I don't know.
84?
Yeah, it was right around Jedi and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford was doing all that stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's like what, a Philip K. Dick,
Oh, you got me.
yeah, it's one of his stories. But it's like I should have seen it, but I just never saw it until
Oh, really?
about 8 years ago, you know. And it's like that with that Shakes the Clown thing too. I hear about it all the time, you know, and it's like, you know, but I just
You see all this stuff on Facebook, like, oh, the best movie you've never seen. You know, like, oh, now I gotta go try to find that movie so I can watch it. But I'll tell you one thing: the second Blade Runner with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good.
yeah.
I thought it was good. Did you guys like it?
I never saw it.
Oh, really?
Oh no,
Well,
yeah.
listen, we live in a world now where literally all the media is available to us. So, you know, I just kind of gave up. I just watch what I like, and I can't. I'm sorry, I can't watch 7,000 shows and movies because now the production of the entire world is available to me. You know what I mean? So
Right. But still, I mean, but Blade Runner.
So you can't watch Blade Runner?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't care.
You can watch it in your car. They have TVs in your car. I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's a good
honestly,
movie, though.
I'm
It
sure
is. Yeah,
is.
I actually liked it.
You know, it's like and there's the things that you're already predispositioned to care about. I'm not a sci-fi guy.
Right.
I'm a fantasy guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like for
So
instance,
you're more Star Wars than Star Trek then.
I'm more Lord of the Rings than Star anything.
Well, but I'm saying because Star Wars, yeah, I guess, but Star
He's
Wars
more
was
of
more
a-
of a fantasy,
he's more
whereas
of
Star
a
Trek is science
wizard's
fiction.
Rings.
Yeah, he's more in the-
Which is weird though, because the weird thing about me is you think I would have liked the Harry Potter movies. I just watched the first one like a month ago.
Yeah, but
and I was like, pass.
no, you know, and I got to tell you, the Harry Potter movies, I thought the books were entertaining. I could read them in like two minutes, you know, but
2 minutes.
in 2 minutes,
Fuck, you're like a robot.
Yeah,
Look at
right.
you.
Yeah.
No, but it's like the Matrix kind of shit, you know. But the movies I cannot sit through. I don't know, man. I can't sit through those movies. But I was gonna say Star Wars has wizards, but they have like laser swords.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes, I'm more Star Wars
There
than
you
Star Trek,
That's a good way to
which is weird.
acknowledge
because
that.
if I was gonna say which I appreciated more, it would be Star Trek.
mm. I like Star Trek a lot better.
Yeah, something about like their society. You know what I mean? Something about how like the Federation went about its business appealed to me.
Right. It wasn't about money. It was about like did they even have money in that thing? They never
No,
even talk
It was
about
never
it.
mentioned.
Never mentioned.
Because eventually
Fucking
technology
commies.
is gonna sort of, and we're talking about this earlier before the microphones turned on. Eventually, technology is gonna put us all out of work. You know what I mean? Maybe not in my lifetime, but you got to.
It might be happening right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind. Hey, listen, if my employers, who are also my friends, are watching, go ahead and fire me. You guys will be rated in like 3 days.
So,
Well, I think they're going to start doing a lot more people working from home after this, for sure.
oh, I've
Why
already
drive a half an hour to sit at a desk when you can sit at a desk at home
absolutely
and
have the same
not be late to
connectivity.
work
Right.
Yeah.
and not
Oh,
have
I'd
to spend
probably
money
still do that.
driving, buying lunch, you know,
Or
doing
getting
whatever.
or the important part, getting COVID-19.
Yeah.
Right.
People would accept. The fucked up thing is that people would accept less
copying
money.
your ass on the printer.
Yeah. To not
You
go
do
to-
it at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to not go to work. Like, I mean, dude, listen, like if you didn't have to go to an office, most of us, like, I'm not talking about Cleveland. We are so deep into cars here. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Like you can't live here without a car. I don't think.
Well, the
Well,
car
if they
industry-
had a better, you know.
Well,
That-
well, the
built
car
it.
industry makes
You know.
sure that we
Yeah,
don't
they
have
do.
a better.
Exactly.
But,
Put the tube in Cleveland. The tube with the butthole and a tube.
Yes.
It's fucking Jackson.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, like I've been looking into it, dude. I mean, I'm trying to make a couple changes so that, because I have the technology, I have the experience. I've been doing other things for years. I've been really thinking about doing help desk and CS stuff from home, and
There's a million jobs you can get and work at home.
yeah, like
All that stuff's popping up now because
Yeah.
of everyone's at home.
Well,
and I would even do it for less money than I make now because all of a sudden my car maintenance bills go to the basement. The amount of gas I spend goes through the fucking basement. You know what I mean? Like, hell, change your insurance. Like if you barely ever drive, that's a different insurance rate.
no.
Like it all fucking adds up.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember the last time I filled my car full of gas.
Yeah.
Honestly, But I mean, you know, you were insinuating, hey, that might be happening now, you know, because
it's happening.
well, and what if this whole COVID thing, you know, here's conspiracy theory, you know, warning thing, but what if they're just conditioning us right now? It's like a mass worldwide conditioning, and then
To save carbon emissions.
well, I mean, I don't think anybody in power
Stretch it
cares
out a
about
little
that.
longer.
But I think it did help. It did
Yeah.
help with carbon emissions.
Yeah,
actually,
because I think it was 60 Minutes. I saw something that, you know, there's so many people in India, and since everyone was at home,
Yeah.
they could see the Himalayas
Oh,
from
yeah.
the city.
Yeah.
Which you haven't been able to see in 30 years,
Right,
Because of
right.
the pollution.
yeah.
You could see the mountains. Like that is crazy.
Well, and
They were saying that there were dolphins
Yeah.
in the canals in Venice, which is good if you like dolphins.
I don't know.
Because
I know
it's
a lot of-
overflowing.
Yeah.
They're sea rapists.
It's melting.
Do not hang out with sea rapists.
Oh, see, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Venice is still the sea. It's not like it's a river.
Yeah.
right.
You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, this is fair.
That's why I learned in Tri-C, Parma.
What I learned in Tri-C
Way to
Parma-
shout out the local.
I'm what's their new mascot? I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. What are they? They're like some dinosaur.
No, it's awesome. I think it's perfect. It's a triceratops.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah.
That all comes together.
Fire.
Tri-C, try us out. We're cheaper than Kent.
Triceratops.
there's-
We're cheaper than Brighton Stratton.
You know what?
They're
You know
cheap.
what? Pay that man. Pay
guy's a
that man
genius.
handsomely. Triceratops. That's brilliant.
You know, there's one fucking guy that it's like, oh, we'll come up with a mascot like Triceratops. And like, yeah, Tri-C, Triceratops.
yeah.
Thanks, Bob. We're not paying you.
Yeah, I know. He was probably just mopping the floor or something like that.
I think they actually had a poll, and that's the name that won. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Of course, they don't want to pay a marketing firm.
No,
to
of course
come up
not.
With that.
Well, maybe a marketing firm came up with it first. I don't know. But the Triceratops is perfect, though. That's my alma mater twice now.
I went there. I went there
I went there too, yeah.
after I graduated Kent. I went there for acting classes and theater
Oh,
classes
nice.
because I thought I was gonna make it.
I went there for life drawing and poli
Still
sci.
can. Yeah.
These things I wanted to do. I wasn't interested in trying to get a degree because it hasn't benefited anyone I know.
So I got an Associate of Arts degree and an Associate of Science.
How's that working
degree.
out for you?
Well, I'm currently in CSU working on that, extending that Associate of Science degree. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
You didn't go to college after high school?
I went to Tri-C. I was enrolled in Art Institute too, but I ended up getting this. So I went to Tri-C and then I enrolled in the Art Institute, Cleveland Arts Institute of Art.
Right.
And then
Wait, they let you in? That school's prestigious. I've seen
Yeah.
your work.
But I ended up getting this job with Riser Foods at the time in their advertising department.
Oh.
And they said that they would pay for school and all this stuff. I was like, they offered me the job like 3 times, you know, and then they ended up merging with Giant Eagle like 9 months later, and they do all their advertising out of Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, yeah.
So and then
Goddamn Giant Eagle.
Yeah. What is that?
right. So
That's why I keep my shit at Mark's for the
That's like-
lowest grade meat.
I was
They
gonna
kept
say
the name forever, though. They kept the...
Stop and Shop.
That's what's still on the paychecks, I think.
Was that Stop and Shop?
Work in Cleveland?
It was Stop and Shop. Yeah, Riser Foods was Stop and Shop. It was
okay.
they were owned by Rini and Rigo, if you
I
remember
gotcha.
the Rini
Riser
Rigos.
Foods was the name of the parent company.
Yeah.
There's all these layers when you got to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
Do you
also-
remember? Oh, go ahead. Go
We used
ahead.
to also own the Seaway brand. Like you would see, remember the Seaway?
Right.
That's owned by another guy. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
A whole thing.
Well, you know what? Hold that point real quick because I was just recently taking a trip down south, and it's like it seems like they've always had like the same grocery stores. Like there's Piggly Wiggly and what's the other one?
Publix.
Publix. They've always had them. Like
Yeah.
up here, it's like they change every 10 to 15 years. Like what's up with that?
Like now there's like I never seen Myers. I've heard of it, but it's like now
Yeah.
it's like kind of up here.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You ever have Food Lion? You ever go to Food Lion?
No.
It's in Virginia.
Up in the south, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was living in Virginia, they had Food Lion, and you could buy a whole beef heart.
Oh my god.
Well, you can do that. You just go to a butcher
Grill
shop.
that shit.
I don't know, dude. I think it's because we're so close to the East Coast, or has something to do with it. I don't know, because in New York City, right? All the grocery store chains that started grocery stores, like the Atlantic Pacific Tea Company, A&P,
Yeah.
they don't exist anymore. Like they just don't exist. Almost all the Piggly Wiggly though, somehow still there.
Right.
I don't know how,
No, I don't know. Yeah, and it seems like
because that's a dinosaur of a business.
because Publix, it seems like it's been down there forever too.
Yeah.
Like why do they have staying power, but like Finest or
Yeah.
Pops.
They just sell
Tops, yeah.
out. They just sell out to a bigger
Yeah.
conglomerate. Do you remember when we were talking about stand-up comedy, and now we're talking about Marx?
I don't remember
So-
that. Wait, what?
so I'll tell you what.
Can I tell you a Marx story?
yes, please.
If you remember, if you're old enough, Hot Carl's 50. I know I look like I'm 35, but I'm 50 years old. I worked in Mayfield Heights at Bernie Schulman's,
I remember
and
that.
Bernie Schulman's was Marx.
Isn't he that socialist?
Bernie Schulman's is Mark Glassman's uncle.
Okay.
So he gave it to Mark Glassman.
Oh,
and
I
then
never
they
knew
called
that.
it
Okay.
Marx.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept. I was in the aisle 1, the big bullshit aisle, when I was in high school. I'm in aisle 1, and we did zero amount of work. We fucked around so much
Yeah.
in there. I was eating a cookie, reading a children's book in aisle 1, and I didn't know who Mark Glassman was. I know, I didn't know what he looked like.
You know the cartoon of him.
Yeah. He walks in, and he's looking at me. He goes, of course I'm in a uniform. He goes, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm looking at him like, who are you? He goes, ah! He runs down the aisle, and my manager had to talk to him for 45 minutes not to fire me.
Really?
So I almost got fired by Mark Glassman.
Yeah, whatever.
And the fucking parrot on his shoulder.
He's got a parrot on his shoulder?
Dude,
Remember they also have those parrots and all the...
You ever see the cartoons of him? Yeah.
With the parrot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Then they
know
got
that.
rid of all the parrots in the stores because PETA had a problem with it.
Oh, is that right?
Oh. So, oh man, I missed
Why is there a
that.
parrot in the store? You're creeping out the parrot with all these discounts.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't here for the parrots. I missed them.
Yeah, I wasn't here for the parrot.
Well-
The parrot was only a few years ago, to tell you the truth.
Really?
I don't remember them. Yeah.
Well, you
Only a couple of stores had them. Like I think the
Oh,
one in
okay.
Parma had them. Like didn't they have a animal part in Marx and some of them? Like
don't
you
know.
buy fish and
God, I
birds
think
and
way back
yeah,
in the
way
day.
back.
Yeah,
like some
yeah.
of those
I
stores
think they
had
did.
like a pet thing in it.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh God,
Oh,
you could buy
shit.
probably buy snow tires and a bird.
Well, it's whatever fell off the truck that day.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, dude, now listen.
Whatever Tops didn't want to sell, we pulled it out of the dumpster like Tiger King.
Yeah, I mean, dude, listen. We live in a country where you could literally buy a monkey in the mail well into the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a mail order monkey.
Wait, I can't
the
buy
back
a
of a comic
monkey
book?
in the mail now.
Yeah, it's a little harder now.
You know, like when did you guys see Tiger King?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so like,
Unfortunately.
I didn't know how easy it was to buy a fucking tiger.
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said
Yeah.
the
It's
same
like it
thing.
was
Yeah.
that easy to buy a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
It's like I thought tiger was like it would be like it's tiger's like $50,000. Nah, it's like $3,000.
Yeah,
I'm
$3
like,
grand.
$3
Yeah.
grand. A fucking English bulldog's almost the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. But I don't know, man. That's dude. Can you imagine having a tiger?
No.
People
no.
are
No.
fucking
No.
nuts. And then you can't play with it after what, like
It's
8
like,
months?
yeah, I know, exactly.
What
Dude,
the
some
fuck's
guy-
having it for?
Some
Yeah.
guy had a tiger in the Bronx in an apartment.
All of that shit went down with the wildlife thing with that guy in Ohio when he
Yeah.
lost his shit and let all the animals out,
Yeah.
and they had to kill all the animals in what?
Oh, did he
Zanesville?
lose his? Yeah.
It was like Zanesville.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, so he purposefully.
Yeah, he went
Yeah.
crazy and
Yeah.
let all the animals out, and then he got eaten by one of them. Hi, Carl. Well, how did that happen? Well, let's let a grizzly bear out and see what happens. And
Nothing good.
and that's why Ohio was like the first state to ban all like exotic animals from people having.
I'm sick of the
exotic
government telling me what to do.
animals. Oh God!
Yeah,
give
you
me a
know,
break.
bands don't mean
Yeah.
anything.
My neighbor has a bunch of bamboo.
George Washington rode on a bear. He rode on a bear in the battle.
No, he
In the battle.
He had an eagle.
he was taking a grizzly bear across whatever river that picture was painted.
The Potomac?
Potomac.
Yeah, I
Or
skipped
the
that day in
Delaware.
class.
Or the Delaware River.
Whatever it was.
I don't know.
At least I knew it was a river.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I love
Good for you.
love it here. I love America. It's a great country, great people.
Yeah. Have you ever lived in any other country?
I've been to other countries. I haven't lived anywhere else, no.
Where were you at? Canada? Hi, Carl.
Where'd you go? What other countries?
Mexico, Canada,
Yeah.
you know, the ones in this hemisphere.
Right.
There was like a quick trip across the pond and like something. I don't know. 2 weeks. They're very European. I left. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I learned enough to know that this isn't the only good place in the world. You know what I mean? Or a great place, or
Well, and I think that's one of the things I've noticed. I've traveled, a little bit. Carl,
you travel everywhere.
Yeah.
been not everywhere,
but you try.
but I'm working on it.
You definitely made it the focus of your life.
Well, I mean, just understanding and trying to understand as much as I possibly can is and traveling, I think, helps that. And a great segue into the point I was going to make is I always thought like this, every other country compared to this is going to be like second world. You're going to go there, or third world or whatever, and you're going to go there and it's going to be crazy, whatever. There's going to be a lot of poverty and whatever. And it's like you go to other countries and you find out that they're cleaner. But, I mean, it depends on what if you go to a really clean city in the States and then go to a really dirty city in Europe, you can't blanketly say, oh, the States are cleaner than, any state in Europe. Every place is different. And that's what I think Cougar was saying last week is like everywhere you go, there's going to be cool people, there's going to be shitty people, there's going to be poor, there's going to be rich, there's going to be middle class, you know what I mean? And from what I noticed, like in Europe especially, I mean, it's very much like here. The fact that we say, oh, we're the best country in the world, it's like, well, I mean, we're on par with, we're at a good median right now.
Not in education, not in infant mortality,
Right.
not in heart disease. Actually, no, we're really
No.
high up in heart disease. Sorry. We're
I don't
winning
know.
in heart disease and diabetes.
I want to
Right.
go to Europe and meet some of this middle class you keep on talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't think there's middle class in Europe?
No. I want to go to Europe to meet
The middle
Oh,
class.
to
middle
meet them.
class.
Oh, I understand. I thought
people
you had.
keep
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah, we don't think it's here.
so fondly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reason your life's so good is because you don't have children. If you had 3 kids, you'd be a poor dude.
And that's by
Yeah.
design, sir.
Well,
So-
I mean, listen, those girls drown by themselves.
What?
Is that right, Vince? They drown by themselves, right?
All right, and so, Carl, what do you?
I'm shooting blanks. That's my excuse. I turned 50 this year. I'm like, I need to get a vasectomy. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to be 68 when that kid graduates high school.
Well, there's Jerry Seinfeld just had a daughter to his
but
oldest turned.
that guy's a
He's
billionaire,
fucking
though.
billionaire, yeah.
George Clooney.
He don't change the
David
diapers.
Letterman.
His wife probably doesn't change the
You're
diapers.
mentioning super wealthy guys that are never going to touch these kids.
Right.
Like, those kids are photo ops. That's it.
Yeah.
I was real close to my father. Were you? I was real close to my father. You know what I mean?
When I was younger, I mean, my dad would come around sometimes. I didn't. My mom raised us. My dad was always out, whatever, being a 20-some-year-old guy. You know what I mean? I'm sure, but I'm a lot closer with my dad now than I ever was, when I was younger.
Sure,
But
'cause now you understand each other better.
I think, my parents got divorced when I was, 9.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very traumatic. And my dad married his secretary. So when my dad got married, second time, my dad was 44. My stepmother was 23.
Yeah.
My sister is 15, and I'm 12. My stepmother's 11 years older than me. You know? Dr. Phil, what should I do?
Was she hot?
She was decent looking. I mean, she was, no, I wouldn't say she was hot. I wouldn't say she was just my stepmother. It's not like I'm into that stepmother son porn. But it's like, I didn't realize till like I was in my maybe early 30s that, we're all people.
Yeah.
You treat your parents like gods, like when you're growing up and stuff like that. They can't do no wrong. And then it's like, everybody, you kind of realize stuff. I think I realized a lot more shit in my 30s than I did, obviously, in my 20s, how people work and stuff like that. And then my dad got divorced from her again. Then, got divorced. But it's, it's life experience. If, how everyone says it. If I knew then what I know now.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what, my parents divorced when I think I was like 3 years old. I don't know if I'm accurate with that. So, I mean, I honestly can't even picture my dad and my mom in the same room together, Maybe some really early memories. I have memories of when I was in a crib and stuff like that. But I can't say. I mean, I know Jay's going to have some comment right here. But, I mean, I don't think it, like, to me, it was just normal. It wasn't like, oh, woe is me, my parents are divorced, like I never thought that. Like I still to this day, like I really don't care, Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I'm still single, but but I don't know,
I think it's exactly the reason why I'm still single, because everyone in my immediate family, my dad's passed away. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
My dad, my mom, and my sister, 6 divorces between 3 people.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have anything to take anyways, but I don't want someone to have 50% of that.
Right.
That's really
my parents
issue.
are still together.
Are they?
Yeah.
How many
Still
years?
happily married. Like, no. I think 44.
44.
Something like that.
Burning River Sound, Hot Carl's DJing. We do anniversaries, weddings, bar mitzvahs, kids parties.
Their
Moils.
their anniversary was April 30th.
Okay.
So it already
50's
passed.
coming up though.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do them.
Okay.
Anniversaries, all that stuff.
Hopefully by then we can do a thing with a thing.
We might as well.
We might be doing a new meeting in 5 years too. Hey, we're gonna have a new 50th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I just never understood marriage. I mean, I'm fair. Maybe somewhere deep down inside it has something to do with my.
That? What? Wait, what?
Well, I
It
don't
requires love.
Well, I love you guys.
It requires the ability to grow with someone.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't have it, don't do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
No. Well, okay, sure. I mean, I can grow with anybody, and I don't have to marry them.
And
You know
to
what I
be
mean?
fair, look,
Yeah.
listen. See, because I know you personally, I know there's a woman in your life that you're practically married to. Like you are
She's a good
practically
friend.
married. Yes.
I mean, there's no sexual.
No married
thing going
people
on there.
fuck. Who told you married people fuck? Like who told you that lie? Listen, as
I'd
a
like
guy
it to
who was
start that
married,
way.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
It starts off.
Don't you watch Dick Van Dyke
It starts
Show?
off like this, and then slowly.
You're married?
Slowly, I was.
No.
Slowly. No more clapping. That's
So
look.
Okay, so all right. So let's go back to just marriage, though. All right, because
Well, I mean, you said you don't understand marriage yet. I'm telling
because
you,
think about it. Well,
you're
think about
engaged
it.
in
I'm
one.
going to explain to you because I'm not religious in any way. So there's really no religious
not
reason
either.
to get married. So what's the next? The government? So what do I want the government having
see,
a say in my love life?
Okay, listen,
I don't. I just don't get it.
Okay,
This
first
is
of
what
all,
I'm saying.
I'm holding out for like 12 goats.
Now listen.
12 goats.
If a fine, young, attractive lady is out there,
Yeah, someone
and
is
she
fine
wants
and
to
young
get
and
married,
attractive
and
as
that
you.
makes her happy, and we get along great, I would love to do it.
Lies.
I'm not even. No, I swear to God, I totally mean that. But you know what I mean? It's like
Cousin, you would
I'm
find
not
a way.
looking to get married.
I
I'm looking
don't know. I kind of
to make someone else happy.
I kind
you
of
know?
object to the whole entire, like, if conditions are perfect,
That's kind of what I'm saying.
then
Like,
I will follow through with this. It's like conditions are never perfect, man. Like,
So, but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying though.
like,
but
that never fucking
But
happens.
I've never
Like-
been into a
like,
situation where I've been with a girl that we were hanging out and having a good time, and we're like, let's get married. It never
Listen,
even occurred to me.
like,
Okay,
really,
well that's
You know
that's
what I
cool
mean?
and that's normal.
I
But
love
if
you.
I'm
Yeah.
saying if I was with a girl and she did say that, hey, she was interested in getting married, I would, and I got along great with her, then I would have no problem making her happy.
Then you
First of
understand.
all-
Then
First of all, here's the thing.
I understand.
I call bullshit
Okay.
because you, my friend, would find a way to torpedo it. Something would get under your skin.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Like you'd be like, no. Oh my god, dude, she wanted granola and the oatmeal. What the fuck, Jay?
granola
Such a
in the
monster.
oatmeal.
So what did this?
Monster.
What did this turn into here? We're not talking
don't
about
know.
my personal love life here. I just wanted to
We
make a
should.
comment on marriage.
People would watch that.
I want to know about this granola and
I want to
oatmeal.
know about the severely broken man who hosts the show. This emotionally crippled 44-year-old man. That's what I'm here for.
Four
So-
guys giving marital advice that none of us are married.
Yeah, none of them. None of us. Only I didn't give any advice because I'm smart.
Cheers to us. I
Yeah.
certainly did. Because when I fail big.
Yeah.
So you're saying you would get you're looking to get married. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
it's
whoa,
never
whoa,
been
whoa,
a
whoa, 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 whoa,
focus
whoa, whoa,
of
whoa.
mine.
I have a girlfriend right now, and I'm not saying that.
Uh-huh.
So, Katie, you're fucking rad.
Let's hear about her.
No,
Tell me
let's
all
do the
about her,
fucking
dude.
show.
How long were you married for?
Long enough to never do it again. Anyway, all right, let's do the fucking show. This is the Jay Shame. This is not the Jay Shame hour. This is the Jay Shame makes fun of Vince hour. You got it all
well,
wrong.
it's the hot Carl.
The hot Carl.
Yeah, and
It's
you know,
the
with
hot
Hot
Carl.
Carl. With extra special guest,
With-
Hot Carl.
with Con Hot Carl.
I don't
Con
think
Carl.
I
I like
ever-
Con Carl. Yeah.
I don't think I would ever. I don't think I would ever get married.
No.
I would have a life partner, a woman that whatever. But it's
So he would have a life partner.
I don't want to get married. I think most people, they can either put 10. I think there's 3 classes. They do 10 years, 20 years, or they're married for life. They either get out in 10 years, they get out in 20 years, or around
Right.
there, or they're married for life.
Yeah.
Like you get sick of somebody after 2 decades, the person's not the same as it was just 20 years later.
Right.
You grow apart, and I guarantee someone will get really sick of me really fast.
Well, it's either.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm one of those people. I just
Right.
don't know.
So,
So-
through my 20s and 30s, I worked somewhere, and it was just. So I wasn't married, but I knew a lot of married women, and it was, and I'm just saying,
Homewrecker! Homewrecker! Homewrecker!
So, I never did anything. I mean, maybe a couple times. Maybe, all right, 3, 4, maybe 5.
Jesus.
No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Anyway.
Listen, any of you husbands need this guy's address? Hit me up, www.snitchonvince.
What I did notice is there's a lot of married people, and I can say guys too. I just always knew guys cheated on their wives because but I never knew women were so much better at it. Because they'll ask you to have sex, and then they'll be there talking about their husband like he's the greatest guy in the world, whatever, and this and that, whatever. And it made me realize that I'm not trying to get into sexism or anything because I'm sure everybody's equally as fucking, scandalous, I should say. I always say women are crazy, but it's only because I'm biased because I don't date guys.
Yeah, I've never
You know what I mean?
heard-
I'm
I don't-
sure guys are just as crazy.
How many
But,
women have beaten their husbands to death? I'm just curious.
cut their penises off?
Beating
How
them to
many?
death.
How many men have
It's
cut a
probably
woman's
not as
penis
bad
off?
as the other way around, though.
Yeah, it's probably not even close.
No.
Not even close.
No, and I get it. Listen, I'm not trying to defend that. And that's not even my point. Don't twist my shit.
Whatever,
man.
dude. Crazy. Look, that's not crazy, dude. That's just annoying.
No,
There's, I don't know. Whatever.
No, so my point is,
Ladies,
like,
I see you.
You would never know they cheated on their husband. You would never know.
Oh, women are
Like, and that's why men are known as the cheaters, because they
Black
fucking don't.
widows.
They don't lie as well. You know what I mean?
That depends on the man. I mean, you get up every morning and tell yourself you're happy, right?
I mean, whatever. You can. I mean, sure.
I don't know. I get laid every lunar eclipse, so I barely know women outside of Pornhub.
Yeah. Here comes
Don't
the tidal
ask me
wave,
about
ladies.
cheating women.
Hey, listen, I am all
Unless it's
about commitment.
a cheating
I have like
stepfather
6
and his
OnlyFans
stepdaughter.
No, but I mean, that is my point, though. It's like, what is the point of getting married and then acting like you have the happiest marriage in the world, and then you're gonna not do the thing that you're supposed to not do? Is like,
I think probably people are happier if they're in an open relationship, to tell you the truth.
I've always said, the
I
best
feel like-
the best marriage is, the key to a great marriage is a good mistress, or whatever the male equivalent of a mistress is.
but
Is that a mister?
I don't know that
what
that's
that-
true, dude. I mean,
I don't know.
I hate to
You're asking the
use-
wrong guy.
I hate this because, some conservative's going to jump all over me later on. But listen, I mean, we're all as individual as, I'm not going to use the word, but everybody's totally fucking different, man. You know what I mean? I've been fortunate enough to meet people who met when they were fucking 12
No.
and made it work till they were 90. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like when they say half of divorces end in marriage, that's not even an accurate statement. That's not accurate. That's just something lawyers say. Most marriages end in death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not such a
Men
bad
are
deal.
hunters. Women are gatherers. Hot Carl's out there to spread the seed.
Yes, he is. I've seen him do it.
And you can't take any money from me because I don't have any.
Because I took it all.
All right, let's get back to let's reel it in here.
Reel it in.
Yeah,
Let's
so
talk about Mark's pet part again in the store in Parma.
they did have a pet. That is crazy,
I
though.
really
That
miss
is
the little giant eagles.
the little giant
Well,
eagles.
the
What do
little
you mean?
Stop and Shops. Remember the smaller ones? Like the one on
I mean,
Clifton
kinda.
or the one in North Homestead? I love those. I don't like now we got 6 football fields of shit, Jay. Come on in. I'm wearing a fucking headband. I gotta warm up before I go shopping.
How many stores are there? There's Heiden's, Giant Eagle.
You got Whole Foods
March.
now.
Whole
What-
Foods.
Oh yeah, Whole Foods.
Whole Foods,
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah,
Target.
Walmart.
They're
So
really
most
in
of them
the
are
game.
Menards. Menards, which is fucking huge.
I love
Yeah,
Menards.
Menards.
Menards. Most of that saying, "Oh, Menards."
Well, Menards is more expensive than any other place.
No, I think they're cheaper.
Cheaper, a little.
They're cheaper than Home Depot.
Yeah, they are.
I've recently priced out a bunch of stuff, and it was so they tell you that you get this rebate. It's like a 20% or 11%.
Everything.
Yeah, and it was they online they show you the price after the rebate, and it's the same price as something that you would look at Home Depot.
I got you.
You know what I mean? And it's well, do I really want to go through the work of sending in and getting the rebate back? I
Can
mean,
you just throw it out because you think it's junk mail?
Right,
It's a
yeah.
check.
Actually, I think Lowe's is the most expensive because I almost never go there just because I think everything's more expensive at Lowe's. I think I don't know,
I don't think it's inexpensive.
or at least what
enough
I'm getting.
to keep me from going if it's closer. That's how.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
That's because I live right by Lowe's. So guess
Yeah.
where I go? My first stop is Lowe's.
Well, and Lowe's, I mean, it depending on which side of the aisle you choose, I guess Home Depot supports Donald Trump. They gave him a bunch of money, and Lowe's didn't. So I guess they supported Black Lives Matter.
As a general
So,
statement.
If you wanted, if you wanted to,
As a general statement, dude, I live life pretty close to the bone, so I don't have that kind of luxury. That's a luxurious thing to do. You know what I mean?
what's that?
That's a luxury I don't have, man. Just
What, to choose based on political
yeah, as opposed to
activism?
price. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? There's things like Chick-fil-A, right? That's easy. I've never gone there anyway. I didn't
No.
lose anything not going there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um,
That Chick-fil-A,
I love their sandwiches though, but I hate their political stance.
yeah, I've never gone. No, we did. We went once. Me and Justine, she's a girl who lives with us.
Yeah.
We went there once in the middle of America. I don't know. We're on a road trip, being wacky kids, and so I went in and got a sandwich, and I was like, a fried chicken sandwich. It's not even like a great fried chicken sandwich.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know. You lost me there.
No, man. I went to Chick-fil-A once, and
Jesus made that sandwich.
I went to Chick-fil-A once, and I got a chicken sandwich, and I gotta say, tastes like chicken.
It does.
I mean, I will say though, but I mean, everything is kind of weird balancing act. Like for instance, I like that they're not open on Sundays. Like, cause people are like, but you grew up in New York, Jay. Theater never sleeps, motherfucker. When I was a kid, 3rd Avenue was closed by 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
closed.
Well, yeah, that was back in the day.
People were like allowed to go home.
That's before
back
it was
in
gentrified.
1907. People were allowed to fucking go home, dude. Like, here's the thing, dude. People are gonna learn your hours. You know what I mean? The best mechanics, they're home by 6 o'clock. You know why? Because you can train your clientele. You know what I mean? Like.
So why are we going in this? What's going on?
I'm just saying. Huh? Wait, what?
Huh? What's the
I
point?
lost
Yeah, we were talking about Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we're talking about Chick-fil-A,
Well, that's
guys.
the one thing I like about them.
Because
What
yeah.
is it? Their hours?
I like their hours. Dude, I mean, businesses, it's so weird now. Like, what, you know what?
Well, they're only closed on Sunday because of the church thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You gotta take a day off.
I always said I'm gonna open up a chicken place that's right next door that's only open on
Oh, there you go.
Sundays.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll work.
And
but,
closed every other day of the week.
What are you going to name it?
Sunday chicken.
There you
Satan's chicken, I guess.
No, no, no.
Ah, yes. El Diablo, El Chico.
Call it the Lort's chicken.
One time I went into Chick-fil-A and I had like a gift card, and I go in there. This is like right before the COVID thing happened, and there's a bunch of teenagers and everyone's playing. They had a clown running around, and like there's like a church meeting. Like some days those things are packed because they have a bunch of family friendly.
I've never
going
seen
on.
a Chick-fil-A not
without
the line going all the
Oh,
way
yeah, for
around
sure.
the fucking drive-thru.
And
I have.
then I give him the card. I give the guy. She goes, the card it doesn't work. I go, what do you mean? It's a gift card. She goes, no, it expired. And I go, well, let me. I'm pulling a Karen. Hi, Carl, Karen. Hi, Karen. Let me see the manager. And I should be able to talk well. I'm like, no, gift card doesn't work. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And everyone looked at me. Oh, my God. You can't give me a chicken sandwich. It's
Yeah,
a card.
I know.
Jesus wants you
Yeah.
to give me a new sandwich.
The fact that it expires is stupid.
It's
Somebody
a gift
paid
card.
for that.
Yeah,
I
someone
know.
paid for it.
Yeah.
Someone paid for it.
They
You got
can't
the
do that
money.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't even do that anymore.
I know. What's so special
What's
about
this?
your...
it was Chick-fil-A.
Well, no, they can't do that. That's literally illegal.
I don't
You
know if
can't
it's
sell gift
illegal,
cards that
but
expired. No, like
I know it's just bad business.
it's one of those thanks
Yeah.
Obama things or thank Obama things.
Yeah.
There's one of the other horrible things that happened while Obama was president.
Well, it's like, dude, you already paid for it.
I know.
Somebody already
Why would there
paid
be an
for it.
expiration date? I'm a little bit drunk. How come?
Yeah. So that was one drink, man. Come on. So no.
I'm still drunk from last night.
Oh yeah.
This man is a treasure. God damn it, Cleveland.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Hot car.
Thank you for recognizing that. It means a lot.
I'm just saying, hey, listen.
I do have to say, the last couple guys, I like to say where I met you guys. And did I meet you on a movie set?
Oh, well, what movie was it?
Somebody died at the Cinema Wasteland
Oh,
or something
yeah.
like that, maybe.
Cinema Wasteland.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And
what the
then,
fuck was it called?
obviously, the Richland,
Yeah, I don't work there anymore.
Yeah.
Really, what happened?
Can we say? Can we talk
It's
about
a long
this?
story.
Yeah.
No, I just don't get along with the guy who owns it anymore.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
worked there for 12 years. Just don't get along with.
Yeah, you were the
people.
staple man there.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I think it was the Horror Convention Massacre.
Oh, is that
The
what
Horror
it's called?
Convention Massacre.
Okay.
So this is at Cinema Wasteland, which
Yeah.
is in Strongsville.
Right.
It's a horror convention. So my buddy Joe, I'm gonna fuck up his last name, Ostra. He filmed a movie. So we had 2 days to film this movie. I
Right.
mean, 2 days for the convention footage. You know,
Right.
we did other stuff. So there was a killer at the horror convention, and
Right.
people were getting killed left and right. And I got killed. I got gutted like a pig that I am. I got gutted in the first one. So it was like a comedy massacre.
Sure.
So obviously I was a comedic,
Like in the vein of like Evil Dead or
comedian,
something.
Whatever. And it was actually really funny. And they brought me back for the Horror Convention Massacre number 2.
Okay.
You know, and then I died in that one of a cocaine overdose on a hooker. I blew. I think my name was Ricky or something. So they had a bunch of fake cocaine on this stripper, and she's topless, and she had like leather panties on, and they had my name in cocaine that I had to snort off her and act like I have a heart attack. So I think it was pancake batter. Bisquick. I think it was Bisquick. So I snorted a bunch of Bisquick, and I was like sneezing pancake shit for like 2.5 hours because I actually snorted it.
You didn't have to snort it.
We got one take to make, man. We got one take. It's got to look real.
This guy, he takes his business seriously, man.
Take that Bisquick to the straight to the face.
This has to be like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I said to the girl, this is before the hashtag Me Too stuff, but she was along. She was no,
you better
she
be
was
careful
good
right
with
there,
it.
man.
I said to her,
Stop hashtagging,
I go,
please.
dude. Is it cool that we're gonna snort my name off your midriff? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, is it okay if I rub my face in your whoozy whatsy after I'm done doing it? She goes, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, okay, nice.
Well, okay, well, I mean,
I'm like, does she have to sign some documentation so that I don't get blasted 15 years later?
Right.
well, I feel like you did what you had to. You got consent.
Yeah.
It's
you
in the
got
movie.
consent.
You see it.
You were a goddamn gentleman.
So, I wonder if that was the one. That might have been the one because I remember there were like 2 girls tied up in the beds.
Yeah.
Is that like a
Yeah,
scene?
there was a lot of bondage and,
They were naked.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they were.
6 of those things.
You know what the naked part, like some of the naked parts, they had a closed set and it was just the director and the film guy. I'm like, we can't all watch. I mean, geez, we're not getting paid.
Right. You know. So.
Sorry.
Wow.
No, he's
That's a Pornhub in me.
no. It's Jay is very feminist.
That's the Pornhub.
He is a
in
very.
me.
You are a
First of all,
feminist.
don't ever fucking call me that again. I will wait till you're fucking not looking,
It's,
and I will slice the tendons in the back of your fucking feet.
It's
Remember
one
that.
of the shittiest horror movies ever. So, like, you know.
Now, where
of course,
can-
there can be naked chicks.
Where can you find it? Because I don't know.
I was in like about 10 different shitty horror movies. Dude,
Yeah.
you can find them on like Amazon or
Yeah.
whatever, Apple TV.
Because I
that
looked
kind of
for
stuff.
that, and I don't know. I didn't seem to find
I
it.
think I have a copy. I could probably just let you
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah.
Look
I'd
up
like to
old
see-
school cinema,
Old school cinemas on it,
but
yeah.
it's spelled differently.
Stupidly.
like
OCC,
Oof.
like maybe old school with a C. I don't know.
with a K.
I don't know how he spelled it. He spelled it weird.
Hot Carl Ferrara, movie star. I think so.
Or probably you could just look up Horror Convention Massacre. Yeah, that's
Is this it?
no, that's not it.
The oops. Maybe just old school. I don't know.
But
Yeah.
you could find it somewhere.
Yeah.
I could just let you borrow it. I
Sure.
have
Well,
I'll
it'd be
autograph
nice.
a copy for you.
I would love that. No, but I would. Yeah, I'd just like to be able to,
What did you play?
let other people know.
Were you were an extra.
So no, I don't even. No, I wasn't even in it. I think it was Bill Bailey that
Oh, yeah.
called me up and asked me if I knew any girls that would want to be in it, and so I don't know if he knew the guy.
I met him through that.
Did you? Okay, yeah. And they were, it was cool. I ended up
Now he
meeting
sends
some.
me stuff on Facebook every day about Trump and Hillary, putting Hillary in jail every day. And he's sober,
Yeah. No,
which is good because he was drinking.
No, yeah, I like Bill, and
Yeah, he's cool. He's
yeah,
just nuts.
he's just. It's like when his, he kind of lost the girl or whatever, and then found God and became a.
Are you
right-wing
editing this
guy.
part out
Yeah.
of this? I think this would be a
No.
good part to edit.
No, I think no, he knows that's
I know.
that's a fair assessment, No, I like Bill. I always did. I met him, and I just started doing some because he was doing the Domain Cleveland stuff. So I made
I have a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Domain Cleveland.
I may have made the logo for that.
It was Star Wars, wasn't it?
Oh, that's an earlier one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, I think he did that one before.
Darth Vader's on it.
Yeah, he did that one before I started working with him, and then
And Hot Carl has 6 Star Wars tattoos, so the ladies are busting down the door to get on this. Right, guys?
I noticed
Yeah.
Why are you texting?
I noticed the first order. I know.
The guy's over here texting. Well, you talked for an hour and a half, and now you're texting?
Actually, what I'm doing is looking for this fucking movie.
Which one?
I'm Horror Convention Massacre, bro.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Starring the indomitable Hot Carl
Yeah.
Ferrara.
Were you in any other movies or?
I was in for old school cinema, so Horror Convention Massacre 1 and 2, She Devil a Go Go.
Yeah.
I think the lead actress in that, I'm not even going to say her name, but you probably know her. Started doing porn after that. Hi, Carl. I was in Scarred. I was in a movie, called Scarred, but it was called Candyland too. That you could see on Apple TV. That actually was not that bad of a movie.
So was that the D. Snyder? Was that a sequel to the
No.
D. Snyder movie? Because
No.
didn't he do a movie called?
I don't know. It's called Scarred, but they spell it differently too.
You said something else.
Scarred?
Oh, I thought you said a different.
Oh, no. It was called Candyland.
Okay, and
But
I think
they had to change the name. It was all called Candyland
because
with a
I think D.
K.
Snyder.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could have been wrong.
But that you can see on I think that's on some streaming channel now. I can't remember the name of it, but you can see that. That actually was pretty decent movie. So it was like kind of a Jason Friday the 13th kind of movie at a campground and stuff like
the
that.
supernatural killer kind of.
No, just like slasher film.
Yeah.
But it was funny. Like I was in it, and it was a lot of funny bits in it.
Right.
And it was good. Like I saw it with like 200 people in a theater.
Yeah.
And they laughed at a bunch of. It turned out 10 times better than I thought it was going to turn out because
Was
it took
it
us
SK?
like 4 years to make the movie. So if you look at some of the scenes, I have different glasses, longer hair, shorter hair.
Is this it? Horror thriller? 2007? Scar?
It's spelled differently.
Oh, okay.
Scarred.
Oh, Scarred. Oh, sorry.
So I just looked up the budget for
That's it. See,
That's it. Okay.
for the first one we're talking
The
about.
first video. Yeah, that's it.
It was $1,000, guys. $1,000 to make a movie.
No, that's not it.
No?
Go back to this thing you're at.
Like this one?
Yeah, hit that. That's it.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, there's
No, that movie.
There's no trailer.
There's a trailer to it.
Is there a trailer?
Somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
That movie was. I think it cost that guy $10,000 to make it. It took us like 4 years to
Look
make
at
it
that.
too.
Carl Ferrara, right
Yep.
there.
So we only had 2 stars in the movie, and the first guy he looks like a short pirate. You know who R.E. Liebman is?
Mm-mm.
He was the first Jason. So he's the
Okay.
Jason that pops out of the water. He only
Oh,
sees
okay.
Jason for 2 seconds at the end of the first movie.
Sure.
So he was a kid that popped because Jason was a kid. He's the guy that popped out of the water and grabbed the girl out of the canoe or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's gotten so much mileage out of being the first Jason that he has a
Okay.
band called the First Jason. He's actually pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
But he looks like the Captain Morgan's pirate. So
Okay.
that's what he looks like. But anyways, he's in the movie, and this other girl that was like a Playmate model is in the movie. So they were only there filming like for 2 days, and he paid them whatever thousands of dollars.
Oh, really?
For like 2 days, and then we were there for another 3 years.
Oh, really?
Trying to film it, yeah. But it's funny though. You guys should watch it. It's actually pretty funny.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check it out, man.
Yeah, I will totally watch it. I will watch this.
I'm probably gonna watch
I'm
it
more
tonight.
interested
Actually.
in that than anything else we talked about.
Yeah.
So, what was your role in the? What did you?
There was like 4 or 5 models that we were supposed to go on a camping trip and take pictures and do modeling shit, and we go to this campsite and all this shit starts happening. There's like this urban
So you're the
legend.
photographer? Or?
No, like I was in charge. I was like the nephew of the lady that owned the modeling agency, so I'm
Okay.
like chaperoning the girls there. you know.
Okay.
And so we go into this place where it used to be called Candyland, but I think they had to switch it for some reason.
Sure.
And it's like, I think it's called Jonah Candy. It's just like it's almost like Friday the 13th, like
Right.
there's a melon heads running around
Yeah, right.
running around the woods, or pumpkin head or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like that. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's a decent movie, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
For
Nice.
10 grand, it's a decent movie.
Oh, that's what the budget was?
Oh yeah, 10
Nice.
grand. And I didn't even get paid. I'm the goddamn star.
And most of the money went to the actual actors, right?
What do you mean the actual actors?
The more famous actors.
What
The guy
famous
had probably
actors?
fucking 5 lines in the movie, and he got paid like a couple grand. Ari Lehman.
Ari
Yeah,
Lehman,
see,
yeah.
show his picture. He looks like a pirate.
Oh, yeah. He does. He looks like the Captain Morgan guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's cool though.
I don't know, dude.
He's been in like about 500 like B-rated movies,
Yeah.
Hey, listen, someone wants to give me like $3 grand to show up, say 5
Yeah,
things,
of
and fuck
course.
off. I'm doing it.
Yeah, there was that Cinema Wasteland, and then Cinema Wasteland, yeah, and that's different than old school cinema. Yeah, there was that too, and then I was helping these guys out, Aim for the Head Productions, where they would get like the old film reel and show the old movies, and then have the actors. So they did like Evil Dead, and that's why I have like the signature from the girl, his sister, in there, and she was there, and whatever. So it was kind of fun doing stuff like that, and they did like the Toxic Avenger, and so they had who's the guy that I don't know.
I like going to Cinema Wasteland because
Yeah.
they get like 2 or 3 semi-decent stars to take autographs,
Right.
get autographs. Remember the one year they had they had Jaws from James Bond,
Yeah.
the guy who played Jaws.
I was there that year.
What's his name? He died a few
The
years ago.
big guy.
The big guy.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
huge
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And I mean, he was in the Billy Madison movie or wherever the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
But he couldn't even walk. He was in a wheelchair, and I felt kind of bad for him, because
Yeah.
like he's just sitting there like and
The same year that old-timey porn star Sika was there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say that one porn star. I'm like,
Yeah, like
yeah, I watched a lot of your stuff in the 70s. Good work.
So wait, Sika's a porn star in the 70s or something?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
well,
like
70s, early
60s,
80s.
70s, yeah.
Yeah.
70s, early 80s.
Yeah, 70s,
Yeah?
80s.
Yeah.
She was probably the biggest porn star in the 70s.
Vanessa Del Rio, I would
What
argue.
is she looking like now?
She looks good for a 70-year-old with huge fake tits.
My mom's sister.
No, she looks good for like a. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I would throw her the bone, but I mean, she was achieving what she was going for in a look wise.
Yeah. So why was she there? Like, it's not
They
a
just-
porn. Is she in a horror movie or something?
No, because they would just get random people to.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Whoever
doesn't
wanted to
even.
show
Hey,
up.
you got to fill up those tables,
Yeah, but
cuz.
they had like how they sell like DVDs and tapes and whatever.
Right.
Dude, they had their whole section of porn there and shit
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Buy some fucking whore porn.
Yeah. Or like if you're like a weirdo who's like really into like early 70s sexploitation, that's a thing. That's a thing. Like the cheerleaders,
There's so many genres. Yeah.
1973, fantastic. That movie is etched in my mind forever. And every hard drive and every computer I've ever owned. But anyway, that's
I
beside the
haven't
point.
seen that.
Really?
It's called 1973.
No, it's called The Cheerleaders. It came out in
Oh, The
73.
Cheerleaders, okay.
It was followed up by Revenge of the Cheerleaders,
No, there
which
you go.
was a lesser film.
That seems like it was a spin-off of Debbie Does Dallas.
Well, no, because it wasn't exact. Debbie Does Dallas was a porn movie. That was
Yes,
porn.
we were
That
talking
was-
about Marx. Now we're talking about porn.
Yeah, like Debbie
They
Does
go
Dallas.
together.
Debbie Does Dallas was absolutely porn. The Cheerleaders was, I guess, smut. You know what I mean? Non-penetrative, like
So like
sort
the
of.
What is
softcore,
that?
softcore porn kind of stuff.
Skinamax kind of stuff.
I mean, could you really call it that in '74 when there wasn't a Skinamax? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean?
So did they get naked or?
Oh, naked as fuck.
Or naked,
yeah.
but
Did you
probably
see
just not-
penis? Though?
No. I don't
No,
think so.
no.
No penis.
No.
So that's the
if you wanted to
difference.
see penis, it had to be produced in Europe at that time.
Yeah.
Because Europeans love penises. Just penises
Jesus
flopping
Christ.
around all over
Yeah,
the place.
What
yeah.
is it, historian?
They have porn where people are doing the Charleston naked.
No, I mean,
That's a good band name, Porn
Listen,
Historian.
yeah.
But
Porn historian.
He's telling me they didn't like John Holmes. That was in the early 70s.
Huh?
John Holmes. He was naked.
I'm, not,
Ginger
I'm,
Lynn.
I'm literally not talking about a specific film. No, dude.
Oh.
We've always had penetrative porn. I mean,
Okay.
since we've had film, we've had, like, hell, that silent film guy, I forget his fucking name. He was also a porn actor because he could do that back in the day, I guess.
So wait. So
Who, Charlie Chaplin?
No. Lesser known.
Charlie Chaplin in porn?
No, Lloyd.
No, it was Buster
Lloyd.
Keaton.
No, dude. No, shut up. It was Lloyd something or other.
Harold Lloyd.
Harold Lloyd. Was that right? That can't be right.
I don't know.
Some-
That sounds like an old timey name.
Yeah, I know. That's what he
Harold
did.
Lloyd.
That was
does
my
that.
principal at my high school.
But yeah, no.
Harold.
Yeah, I mean, there was, and I mean, like, and it got weird. It got weird because that guy did stuff like,
Like
where,
this right now?
where like he fucks a goat, like he fucks a goat, like like, and it's weird.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
wait, so there's bestiality.
No.
Yes.
He fucks a goat, and it's weird, guys.
Well, no, he because I guess he thought he was gonna fuck this girl, but then he ends up fucking a goat, and it was like the
We just lost our sponsor.
Yeah, I know.
porn is weird, man. Like,
So
and
wait,
it can get really weird. Really,
what
really
year
weird.
was this when this man was having bestiality on camera?
Really early in film, like
The-
before
like, yeah.
talkies. Like, yeah, this was.
So they,
Before
back then
talkies.
it was okay though.
Probably wasn't. But
Can you
somehow-
imagine being
I
the
don't think it
piano
was ever
player?
okay.
But think about this, dude. Think about this. The fact that it survived.
Right.
Do you know how volatile film is?
Yeah.
That means somebody cared a lot.
So wait, you're telling me I can go up and look at the first? Is it the first porn? Like,
No.
what is the first porn? Is there official
way of knowing.
first porn?
No way of knowing.
Yeah, they had pornography on
Yeah, I mean,
caves
like fucking.
in France.
There you go.
A lot of stag reels have been collected, like things you would see in Nickelodeons. Like I used to be able to rent stuff like that at what was the name
Wouldn't
of
it be
that?
funny seeing some caveman jack off to a cave?
A picture of a guy
What are you doing? Oh, I'm just jacking off to this cave, Mom.
who's jacking off to this prehistoric cuck porn.
Whoa,
Draws these pictures.
Jesus!
This guy trying to kill a woolly mammoth with his dick.
Yes.
I don't know.
Wow. But yeah, humans have a long history of goat fucking. I mean, we just assign it to other cultures now.
So I had a
Yes.
friend in high school. He had this video VHS tape, if you will, and it was a bunch of bestiality, like
Oh my
girls having
God. Are we
sex with
going there?
the girls having sex with dogs, and
Oh my God.
a guy having sex with a chicken, like which
That's
is
what?
I'm
How is
not-
that even possible?
That's my
Yeah.
limit.
Big chicken, small penis? I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's fucked up.
I know,
Chicken, small penis,
dude.
I don't know.
I wish I could unsee all this.
I wish I could unhear
And that's why,
all.
dude. No, and that's why, like, when that like Two Cups whatever movie
Yeah.
came out or whatever the fuck that was, I don't know.
Two girls,
That-
one cup.
whatever.
Now, if you're gonna Google it again,
No, don't.
But the thing is, I have never seen that because of my buddy that had these fucking weird fucking videos. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that shit, dude. You know what
No.
I mean? So now it's like, ooh, you gotta. I'm like, no, I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see
I don't wanna
I
see
didn't
any
even
of that
see.
stuff.
I didn't
I
even
don't want
watch.
to talk about it.
I didn't even watch the whole I don't want to get into it, but the whole kneeling thing, like I didn't even watch that.
The
video.
whole kneeling thing.
Kneeling on the guy's neck or
Jesus
whatever.
Christ.
I was talking
Come
about
on.
that.
Yeah.
I never even watched that. I don't want to see that, dude. What the fuck?
You remember when like
His name was George
Faces of Death
Lloyd.
came out?
I saw the Faces of Death stuff. Yeah,
I was like,
you know.
yeah, I'll never forget some of that shit.
So
Right.
George Floyd. George
Right.
Floyd. Sorry, I was thinking about somebody else. But yeah, his name was George Floyd. I
Yeah.
mean, if we're going to mention it at all, we should mention that George Floyd was murdered by the police.
Right.
All right? Yeah, just,
No, absolutely.
Okay.
No,
All
for
right.
sure. For sure.
Thanks.
I meant no
you.
disrespect, man.
Well, I mean,
But-
I'm not. No one's. Yeah, listen, man.
Right. No,
I'm just
but
saying. I prefer that we don't broach the topic. If we're going to broach the topic, we
yeah.
call it what it is, man.
But no, I didn't even watch that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I don't, dude. No, that's awful. I don't want to see shit like that. You know what I mean?
You can't unsee it.
No.
No, you can't
So
unsee it, yeah.
you know, like I still have memories of this guy sticking his penis in his chicken. But anyway, I went back. there.
Really?
Chick-fil-A is our sponsor today.
Hi, Carl.
Hot Carl. Hot. Try the nuggets.
Can we just replace it with him?
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
You chicken fucker.
But not on Sunday.
Not on
No,
Sunday.
not on
Oh
Sunday.
my god.
No one's fucking chickens on Sunday.
No one's fucking
Not on my
chickens
watch.
So going into this chicken thing, I always said Wendy's, you know, kind of had the spicy chicken. I always went there, but I think Arby's topped them. Arby's has a really good chicken sandwich, but you know, everyone was making a big hype about the new chicken sandwich on the block. You know,
Oh, Popeyes.
Popeyes, yeah.
It's Max.
And I'll tell you what, it is the best chicken sandwich.
It's
Really?
Max.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would fuck the shit out of that sandwich.
I don't know.
I would buy a little
It's
pied
the
de
best
terre
one.
Really?
and raise a
I haven't had it
family
yet.
with
Absolutely.
that sandwich.
It's not the best one I've ever had.
You've had the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Yes.
All right, so where's the best? We're talking fast food.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, it's the winner. It's the fast food winner.
I mean, yeah. I mean, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've had better chicken sandwiches, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I'm talking fast food.
Fast food, then
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I don't really eat fast food that much, and
No.
if ever. And
No.
yeah, so
So okay, but all right, going into it, what is the best chicken sandwich?
best chicken
fast
sandwich
food.
that I've had.
Yeah.
Say Popeyes is near the top.
Yeah.
I don't think
Um,
I've ever had it. I
good.
want it because there's always a line out the door
Bojangles.
for the thing.
Yeah, I know.
Bojangles makes a pretty good chicken sandwich,
We don't have it.
Yeah, I was just
but
that's
they don't.
down
They don't have
south.
Bojangles.
Yeah.
over
But that's
here.
still fast food.
Yeah, it
But,
is.
Well, yeah. Well,
Where's that at?
down
It's in
south.
Virginia.
Everywhere. Like, dude.
Everywhere down south. Yeah.
Like, seriously, I just did a trip down south. Every single exit had a Bojangles.
It's either a Bojangles or a Hardee's.
Yeah. Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Whatever. Same fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Carl's Jr., Hardee's, and there was one other thing. I think it was.
Churches. There's lots of churches
Yeah,
down there.
There is, but dude, every single exit had a Bojangles, man.
Yeah.
Everyone. Yeah.
You know, when we're talking about fried chicken, there's a new place in Cleveland called the Crispy Chick. It's on.
Is that in Crocker Park?
No, it's on Woodland.
I
56.
think I went out with her a couple.
5618
Oh.
Woodland Avenue. I've heard nothing but good things. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
it out this week.
Crispy
That's
chick.
right by East 55th, right?
Yeah, in Woodland. Yeah, I've heard amazing things.
Really?
Yeah.
East 55th and
Yeah,
Woodland.
yes, and I'm hearing amazing things from
Yeah.
like my white suburban friends who are going to 55th and Woodland for some fucking chicken.
That's like right
so
down
you
the street
know
from
it's
here.
good. Doing it hard.
Yeah.
During the day, right?
So I got
Well, they are, not me. I'm not scared.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
so I was trying to do the Uber Eats and supporting the black business kind of thing, you know. So there's a few, you know, I don't know, you know, not as a little culturally different around here, but so there's a lot of soul food places like within, you know, and a lot of them I haven't tried, you know. But man, wouldn't you believe it? Every time I tried to order, my order got canceled.
Well, yeah, nobody wants to come to your house.
No,
Look at
I
it.
just wonder if everybody's supporting black business right now, so where they're like
can
really
cancel-
busy.
They can cancel not.
Dude, I
They
ordered
kinda have
it,
to
and then
sometimes.
it would say the order was canceled.
Yeah, no,
you
dude, they're
know,
getting
yeah.
a lot of these places are getting slammed.
Yeah.
The Jamaican place on Northfield that I go to all the time, they won't even talk to you on the phone now.
No.
You got to go in and get your shit and get out. Like they don't got time for that shit. Yeah.
Plus, with Uber, you got to give them like 30% or some shit like that.
It's pretty
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, it's like they take a chunk.
There's
They
a
get
place
nasty
in
cut.
Lakewood that's pretty good. Right across the street from the Fantasy,
Oh yeah.
called Southern Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the owner's
Yeah, right on
wonderful.
Detroit.
Nice.
Right on Detroit Road and I think Hurd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's
they were
fascinating,
on
Yeah.
like some kind of Cleveland food thing.
Ooh, we should get
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy
yeah.
to come on. He's
Moss
super
Man
nice.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Moss Man.
Yeah, but I mean,
Moss
really,
Man's still alive.
really good. Like, I mean, I don't even eat catfish, and the
man,
catfish
I
was
love
like
catfish.
amazing.
I will fuck
Yeah.
up some
I
catfish.
Yeah,
wanted to
it was-
stop
it was
there
so
and try
good.
it out. I
Oh,
wanted
good
to try it
catfish.
because I saw it on Cleveland, like a local thing with the.
Yeah.
What's
but
the name of it again?
9 times out of 10, never eat catfish,
Cafe.
but Southern
Southern
Cafe.
Cafe.
Southern Cafe. Is like,
So it's all like just you're gonna get your fried chicken probably.
fried
some
chicken.
catfish.
They got fried green tomato,
Right.
po' boy. Got
Okay.
po' boys. They got
right.
all sorts of sandwiches.
Collard greens, I'm sure.
Collard greens.
Yeah, black eyed peas, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then you can order, like, they have Kool-Aid.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah, you can order Kool-Aid
Isn't
out
that-
of a mason jar.
Oh my god.
Is that
I love
a?
that
Is that
Kool-Aid.
a?
And the Kool-Aid is like,
Delicious.
it's really sweet. Like, it's like
So isn't that like a
really
Dave Chappelle
intense.
thing where
Isn't
it's
that
like,
smooth?
he'd go over to his like white friend's house and they'd have like
Yeah, I know. what you're
orange
getting at.
juice or whatever. He's like, orange juice? What are you talking about? It's orange drink.
Yeah.
So it's like a Kool-Aid. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid though.
Yeah.
It's
probably
good.
like really good Kool-Aid.
It is,
instead
it
of
is.
Just
It's-
like you going to Mark's and putting a shitload of sugar in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Are
exactly
you
what they're
related to
doing. I mean,
Marx in
that's
some
what
way?
they're doing.
But yeah, well, what I'm trying to say
Mark's.
is the Kool-Aid's really good.
During this COVID, I think I put up on Facebook. I lost my job. I have a DJ business, but I mean
Yeah.
it's coming back. But I was applying to every single place.
Yeah.
I applied at Walmart. I applied at Mark's. I applied at whatever Amazon. All this shit.
Yeah.
Finally got a job, but like I'm like I have a college degree and I can't get a fucking job at Mark's. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have quit when it was Bernie Schulman's. I would still have a job. I'm not qualified to work at Mark's.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I feel like you're too qualified. They don't want that. They don't listen. When I want a shitty job,
So you're saying anybody that gets hired at
Cousin.
Marx is
Yeah.
a shit person?
I didn't say that.
That's
but
what you
listen,
just said.
When I want a shitty job, well, okay. First of all, don't put words in my mouth because I will put a dick in yours. Okay. And second of all,
I've been waiting.
I know you have. It's the anticipation, baby. But yeah, no. If I want a shitty job, literally, I scroll my name on the application in crayon with my left hand, and I'll tell you what, dude. Phone call the next day.
Really?
You just reiterated that anybody.
Mind you, I'm right-handed, to be clear. I just tie off my left arm for 3 hours, grab a crayon, scroll my name and number, call the next day.
so you're getting some gigs now.
Yeah.
Well, with the DJing stuff is starting to come back.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've gone to some bars in Lakewood that Corky's, they have karaoke and they're
Yeah.
bringing live bands back. And
So you do
know.
the karaoke at Corky's?
no, I don't do it.
Oh, okay.
But I do it around
'Cause
Lakewood.
don't they do it like every
They
day?
do it every day.
Yeah, the guy at
Yeah,
Corky's
and
is
they're
a
busy
lot.
every day.
Yeah.
What? I mean, like,
Well, because they're
Like, I
known
made it
as
go-
the karaoke bar.
yeah.
Yeah, my friend's dad had that gig for years.
Yeah.
Who, Brandon Moore? Or
No.
Dave Moore?
No, what the?
The gig at Corky's?
Treepack. John Treepack had that gig for years.
No.
Yeah, like for years and years and years. Jesus. Yeah, and then one day they got moved. Somebody else got it. I don't know.
Do they have
But
the same person there every day?
That guy doesn't work anymore though.
Brandon Moore he's like the manager, and he started, his dad used to do it there.
Okay.
And then Brandon started doing it, and then they started doing it every day. And dude, they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like the guy bought the building,
Right.
like
Smart.
the owner.
Right.
Like he was making so much money, and no, they're busy.
Yeah,
wanna
they're
do
always
karaoke.
busy. And I'll tell you what, they have a young crowd too. They keep
Yeah, now
getting
it's
it.
kind of like the whatever. Back in the day, Corky's were like, it's Corky's. I don't go
Right.
to Corky's because all rednecks and dipshits. But now it's like, it's young professionals
Right,
and
right.
hipsters.
No, yeah, I hear gosh, I've been taking some classes at CSU, and I always overhear like conversations, and everyone's talking about going to Corky's, and they're all like 20 something. I'm like,
I don't know. The only place I ever liked.
And they don't, and like their prices aren't cheap.
no,
Like, their prices are,
like you're
a
downtown
little
or
bit
something.
not downtown, but they're.
Yeah,
It's more than like you think. It's like
not like Lakewood. Lakewood's
like,
cheap. Yeah,
like you got $2 pass. No, it's not $2. It's
right.
more than that.
It's $2.75.
Yeah, but
Karaoke
I'm just saying
costs
that
money.
the drinks aren't cheap. They're average, but they're not. It's
Right.
not like
Yeah.
like a certain bar on a certain day that's it's $2 Jameson's.
Right,
you know?
right.
You mean the 5 o'clock?
I like 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. They used to have. Do you remember the karaoke they used to have on Wednesday nights there?
I don't.
No.
God, God, I'm trying to think. Maybe in the early 2000s, they would have karaoke there on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And then the Fantasy would have like a 80s dance night.
Right.
That, like Larry Sims, Larry Sims.
Yeah,
DJ Larry Sims.
So like people would be going back and forth on a Wednesday. Dude, you were talking like a couple hundred people walking back and forth doing
Yeah.
karaoke, dancing, and whatever. It was like the best night of the week, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
They lost. I'm like, they were busier on Wednesday than it was on Saturday,
yeah.
and somebody complained.
I mean, well, dude, people age out too. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
tastes
it was
change.
like somebody complained about the noise and whatever, and it's somebody who lived there above the place.
Well, because I mean, I remember when I could. There was a time in Cleveland where, like, my social calendar was fucking full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
80s night at the Cove, 80s night at 80s night at Garage Bar. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I had a
Garage Bar was
whole.
cool.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I never had to stay home. You know what I mean? Like, there was never a reason.
It's now
Pirates
Nano
Cove
Brew.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all that with Larry Sim, followed him around.
Yeah, like, there was never a reason. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, let's go do what Larry's doing.
They do
Maybe.
emo night, like at the Foundry, and then I think at B-Sides once a month. It's like every other week or something like that.
That seems like a lot
Those
of
things
work.
are packed.
That seems like a lot of work to girls who would probably like me musically, but that's beside the point.
You have to like emo music, though.
Right.
Oh no, God, not me. I don't. Why would I like bands that are my age? Yeah, I don't understand. There's this weird thing with like guys my age who like bands that are like 20 years older than them, and I like the kind of bands I played in when I was that age. So I don't know. I appreciate the music I produced. I'm
Yeah.
crazy.
Is it danceable?
Well, I mean, like, you liked metal when you were a kid, and you played in metal bands. You know what I mean? Like,
I still do like metal, but I'm always looking for something different.
yeah.
And I'm not one of those guys that like got halted like in my adolescence with my taste in music. I kind of like.
Did you?
I mean, sure. I do like heavier music, but I like newer, heavier music. You know what I mean? And not only that, like I've definitely expanded. I mean, I like a lot of different genres of music too. I mean, I even like pop, dude. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I
know.
like everything. If you've ever been in my car,
Yeah.
it's
But
true. I just
I remember I just got done telling this story to somebody, but it was like we were talking about because my one buddy was like. What were we talking about? Well, with Cougar, and he was talking about somebody who's kind of stopped at some point and said nothing good happened after a certain point, and then
1989, the guy said.
yeah, and then it was like, well,
And Cougar's like, you make music.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it was like my buddy came over and he's like, there's no good music anymore. I'm like, man, that's
you just
what
have to find it.
That's what my dad said to me, and I love the music that I was listening to at the time. And he's like, it's all garbage. There's nothing good, whatever. And I that stuck in my head, and it was like, I'm like, no, I'm probably never gonna be like that. Maybe I'm trying too hard. I don't know, but I think it's just easy to keep an open mind and just enjoy. Just find the good in everything. It's easy to find the bad in things, That's easy. You could just use your own insecurity and project it onto whatever you want to see. You know what I mean? But just to see the good in everything.
I think with music I think it's just harder. You have to find it.
Yeah.
Now, everyone has a different genre of music now, but not everything's on. I don't listen to radio anymore. Like I'll listen to Sirius Radio and listen to a bunch of different stations.
I just listen.
You
to
just
Spotify,
have to find you know, like you have to find it like on Spotify or anything. It's
Right.
out there.
Right.
You're just not going to hear it on the 107.9.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I mean, dude, we live in an era now where, like, dude, there are like a fuck ton of musicians who make an excellent living without ever sniffing radio play.
Yeah.
Think about it, dude. Have you ever heard a Frame song not on college radio? No. When's the last time you heard a Radiohead song on the radio? Fuck the radio.
Yeah, it's
Unless
You mean like
WMMS wants to give me a job.
terrestrial radio?
Yeah, WMMS, if you're looking for talent. This room is full of geniuses.
yeah. I'm banned from like MMS.
Oh, are you? Oh,
Not really, but
we got to hear that story.
no, you don't.
Oh, I want to hear it.
I'll tell you one thing. Every time I listen to MMS, which is like I have like satellite radio in my car,
Yeah.
but when you get your car wash, you know, satellite cuts out and you have to listen to a regular radio station. Every time I put it on MMS, they're playing the Chili Peppers.
Oh, wow.
Every single time.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm getting a car wash. Danny, California. Oh my God. They play the Chili Pepper. I want to see like a printout of how many times they play the Chili Peppers in a day. I guarantee it has to be at least 20
You know, and
or
they're
30.
getting paid per play too. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
definitely rigged in some way. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah, but the Red Hot Chili Peppers are in the Hall of Fame, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm saying, man. God.
Yeah.
You only have
There's-
20 different drummers and guitarists.
Yeah, there's no room. Yeah, but there's only one that mattered. There's only one guitarist that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, they
without
always have the same
Frusciante,
drummer.
they're nobody. Without Frusciante, they're wow. No, wait, they're nobody. Like even their first hit, the Higher Ground cover, Frusciante played guitar.
Yeah.
Like without him, they are nothing.
Yeah.
And
Without
Klinghoffer's a nice
Frusciante-
guy.
They made some pretty big hits without him.
Wait. Think about him.
When?
Think about all their big hits. They didn't.
I don't know. There's a lot
He
of them.
played guitar on all their big hits. It's crazy.
I mean,
like, the years
the
where-
Dave Navarro stuff.
Dave Navarro didn't write a hit. It wasn't a top 20 hit with Dave Navarro. Like even the video that he appeared in, yeah, look it up. I thought I didn't think this was true either until I looked it up. I was blown away.
Yeah.
Dave Navarro was a low period for them. Like that was a down period. Yeah, like
maybe.
They're just
Yeah.
trying to find somebody who could play like
Yeah.
Russell
Yeah.
Brand.
and I mean Klinghoffer's a super nice guy and a really able guitarist, but for some odd reason, just it never seemed to work without that other guy, without, Frusciante. And that guy's certifiable.
No.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of Dave Navarro's hits with Jane's Addiction.
Hit with James Addiction. What Jane says? Been caught stealing, maybe? That's like
Well,
two
that,
songs.
yeah.
People always over-remember these things. They were big! No, dude, Perry Farrell did better by himself.
With Porno for Pyros.
Yeah,
or
Porno for
whatever.
Pyros, or, just being a DJ. Like, it's weird.
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, so he's a better promoter. He's a better DJ, and apparently he has a band member. Who knew? And that's okay, dude.
Yeah.
Down the mountain.
Yeah, Dave.
There's another one.
Yeah, Dave Navarro.
Hey, listen, Dave
Believe me,
Navarro.
they're all making more money than
Oh,
us
yeah,
in the
Everybody in this room.
basement.
Listen, let me tell you something. Dave Navarro, look, say whatever the fuck you want about him. That guy has made the most of his talent, all right? And that's all I ever ask. That's all anybody should ask.
At least he's smart enough that he
Yeah.
also did the. He
Yeah.
has those shows on the
Sure.
tattoo shows and
He knows
whatever.
what he's doing. That's what I'm saying. He's
At
making the
least
most.
he's smart enough to be
Yeah.
Diversified.
multifaceted.
Yeah,
you know?
making the most of his talent, making the most of his opportunity. I got nothing bad to say
Well,
about
and that's
him.
like Henry
And he
Rollins.
banged Carmen Electra.
Right.
Yeah, when people wanted to do that, yes. That's important. He
Of course,
banged
after
her.
Dennis Rodman, so Carl?
Listen, once again, I am in no way affiliated with Hot Carl Incorporated. We at Jake Shame Co-op. I'm out.
No, oh boy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What was it? I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, man. Fuck.
That's what
I
happens
think
when
we tackled 25 different subjects today in 2 hours.
almost none of them Cleveland.
There's been a lot of Cleveland, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was kind of surprised. I was like, "Ooh, we're talking about Cleveland."
Well,
stuff.
Dennis Rodman's penis was probably in Cleveland a few times, right?
Oh, I'm
Sure it was.
fairly certain it was.
And he was still in Detroit.
Oh,
Still got it.
hey, Lord. Okay.
No, but
Also-
he's friends with Kim Jong ill? Un?
Ooh, yeah.
All of them?
I think it is.
Are they? You think he's still hanging out with them?
Isn't it
No,
weird?
you know?
Why do
No?
we like?
No.
Look, when we say Korean names, right? We say them in the right order. But when we say Japanese names, we say them in a Western order.
What
Why
do you
is
mean?
that? I wonder.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, Kim Jong-un. Kim is his surname, right?
Okay.
Like when we refer to a Japanese person, we usually flip it around. Well, like Rumiko Takahashi, you know, we say their first name first, even though in Japan it's the same way. It's Takahashi Rumiko. It's your last name, first name, just like your name is on a
Dude,
file.
all
Discuss, guys.
I'm curious.
All I do is like whatever somebody says. Like I don't know if his surname is Kim,
Kim.
I
Jong,
didn't even know
or
it,
Un.
it was like that.
His surname is Kim. Yeah.
It's like if you tell me it's this, I'm gonna think it's
Yeah.
that. So
Well, it's Kim Jong Il. His dad was Kim Jong Un. Like
No. He's Kim Jong Un.
His dad was
His dad
ill.
was Kim Jong Il.
because he was the illest. Sorry.
and then
Sorry.
and then his
God,
I'm never gonna get this
why are
one.
we
Kim
even?
Jong. What?
All right, we're done. We're done. Stop. Okay. All right.
Is he from Cleveland?
Yes.
No.
I bet you he doesn't even know where Cleveland is.
I bet he does. He was educated here.
You can see it with his binoculars every time he like
Yeah.
looks out. At the,
No, he was educated here. Like he was educated in the States.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he absolutely went to school here. Yeah. It's,
Yeah. Where at?
I don't know. At this
Not
point, I
really.
don't remember. I used to know. I used to
I
care.
don't know, man. Like
Like I used to care. I don't. You know. I
you
mean.
brought it up. Like,
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to Google it? You have the
No.
computer in front of you. You literally could have Googled this without asking
That's
me.
okay. No, I'd rather
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, see, so, I mean, there's that. But yeah, no, like a lot of these, I mean, like a lot of like foreign dignitaries, a lot of, you know, people in like China's government, North Korea's government, they're educated here.
Yeah.
yeah, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
educated here. Yeah.
That whole thing. Oh,
Yeah?
man.
Oh, boy,
I
yeah.
got
Well,
I could say about that.
well,
one, but-
sleep tight, folks.
All right, great show. All right, wrap it up.
So let's wrap it up. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I think so. But, Carl, dude, thanks.
Hey, wait a second.
Thank you guys for having me.
Before
I
we
like
go-
this. I think you're. I love the layout. We're in a like a broom closet, but I still
Right,
love
yeah.
it. It's bigger than a broom closet.
Okay, first
Thank
of
you
all,
for having me. I
It's-
appreciate it.
Well, yeah, no problem. Dude, thanks for coming. And eating some ribs. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed
Oh,
the
yeah.
Those are
ribs.
great.
Yeah, the ribs are
Vince's
great.
a good cook.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, thanks. I was looking for the accolades.
No, really.
Yeah.
No, it's really good.
I mean, your potato salad was shit, but the
Yeah.
ribs.
Well, you know, it's so this is.
I don't know. I
let
thought
me
the
talk-
potato salad was all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could.
if you
Actually,
don't like
I have
salt.
more dressing to put in it because I actually forgot.
Mark's
to put
has
more
good
dressing.
potato salad.
But the thing is, yeah, Mark. But the thing is, I looked up a bunch of recipes. Like the one day, I was just like going through YouTube and just going through all the like recipes for potato salad, just because you get an idea of a bunch of them.
it sounds like you. Yeah.
But it's almost like all like African American people making potato salad, and I never knew it was like an African American dish.
I didn't know.
I
didn't know it
that.
was either.
Because, dude, they claim it. Like, dude, go on YouTube. Anyone go on YouTube and look up potato salad recipes. And it's like, I guess you can't go to a barbecue without having a good potato salad.
There you go.
I guess.
Yeah, and then you
It goes
showed up
along
with that
with
Karen
it.
ass
Yeah.
shit. Anyway,
But the thing is, I made my own kind of thing. And I forgot to put the extra, because I put the dressing in, mixed it up, let it sit. And then I had a bunch left over off to the side that I was going to mix in right before I served it. And I failed to do that, so it was probably a little bland.
Oh, I
But
thought it was-
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought it was all right.
No, the ribs I thought came out good, right? I don't know.
the ribs are lovely.
Whatever. Okay, so
So before we go, Carl, do you have anything coming up the next couple weeks? This probably won't be on the air for 2 weeks. But how
What's that?
long? How long will it take us to get this up? You think?
we're probably it's Father's Day now, so everyone just but it'll probably be next week.
Yeah. So what do you got coming up?
I do bar bingo at on Tuesdays at Mary Arts in Lakewood.
Oh,
Wednesday, I'm supposed to start doing bar bingo. What's bar bingo? We play bingo in a bar, and we give away free T-shirts and shit like that. It's fun though.
Yeah.
People love it for some reason. It's easier than trivia. You just look at your card and wait for your numbers to come up in a row. So All right, Hot Carl. They're not all home runs, people. I'm supposed to start Wednesdays at the Flying Monkey doing bar bingo.
Nice.
Thursday, I used to do it at the place in Shaker Heights. That's why I know where the crispy chicken thing is. What's it called? Academy on Larchmere, but I don't know if they're bringing it back.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Place is great.
I used to work at the Lakewood Village Tavern on Sundays, but we don't know what's happening
Right.
with the COVID stuff. But that's really about it.
Nice.
But thank you guys. I had a great time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. You've
Yeah,
never,
yeah, I was gonna say it gives a little. Usually we have like musicians or something. It's nice to have a little different entertainment thing around Cleveland. Whatever.
I just want to say, like, if you guys have been around town, met this guy, I think the reason you're able to live your life the way you want to live it is because, what a good person you are.
Oh, you're so nice.
No, dude, I mean, seriously, I know it sounds dumb, but I mean, dude, like, I have, like, a crystal clear picture of the first time I ever met you, and you were nice to me you didn't have any reason to fucking be. You were just the sweetest guy. I talked to you for like fucking 25 minutes on the busiest night of the week. You know what I mean? Like outside of a
Shooters?
Yeah,
Shooters.
Yeah, like it is full of it. We started bullshit with you for like 25 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how I know. I left money on the table to meet this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a fucking special dude, man. And
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
thanks
you
for
are
coming
too.
on. I'm special.
You know a
all
lot
right.
about stuff that I had no idea about.
Yeah, like I'm a short bus kind of special guy, but that's all right.
I don't think so. You know a lot about a lot of stuff.
Thanks, buddy.
And Mr. Talker over here.
Yeah.
I like, dude. He comes in. He's sneaky. He comes in.
He'll come in
Fucking-
with.
He's waiting for his time to strike.
He's like a
Yeah,
prison
right.
stabber. You know what I mean? Like nothing.
Like a prison stabber.
nothing.
Or
Nothing.
like a-
then
How
shake,
accurate.
prison stabber.
He knows when to shoot the venom.
Like Sir Shanks a lot.
Ooh, that'll be your new rap name. I'm gonna get a turntable. This is happening. Vince, you're the hype man.
Okay.
Hot Carl. I guess you're dancing. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Cleveland. You suck.